You ready to get started here?
Yes.
What are we doing?
Welcome to the International... Fuck, God damn it.
God damn it, you
Motherfucker.
Fucker.
That was our one chance, right? Isn't that a Glenn Campbell song?
Welcome to INS, the International News Service, your source for the most important weird news from across the globe. With news analyst Kevin Harrison, actor, comedian, and musician Mike Wiebe, and professional commentator Brian Camp. INS, the news you need.
Welcome to the International News Service. We're your hosts. I'm Kevin Harrison, along with...
I am Brian Camp.
Oh, you're not going to ask me who I am? Isn't that what normally happens?
Who are you?
Oh,
No,
hey.
that never happens.
Are you sure?
No, we have never asked you to identify yourself.
Yeah,
that's the Mandela effect is what it is.
No, it's the
like-
butterfly effect. I know it's a butterfly effect because you think that you've always done it, but you haven't. So it's like a butterfly.
I've done it a whole bunch of times.
No, see, butterfly
Yeah.
effect.
No, I've done it.
You've done the butterfly effect?
No.
No, I've done it.
If it was last episode, it would be the mandolin effect. Huh? Huh?
I'm John
The
McAfee. And in the audio world, we had the master of the beats, Dr. Mark Ryan.
Hi, everybody.
Woo! Can you write us some prescriptions, Dr. Mark?
The
Well,
masculine,
Yes.
masculine Mark.
The
we call
deep
him.
voiced.
You guys doing all right?
All right.
He's making fun of us. You know what he's
I know it's
doing.
You say we
Whatever.
talk like that?
Yeah, you guys are funny.
that's what they say.
Damn it. Nothing's more empowering than having somebody falsely
Oh, that's funny.
extol you.
Oh, that's funny.
You son of a bitch.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, that's funny. I'm not talking.
Oh,
That's
that's
great.
funny.
Well, we're starting on the right way, so let's just
Yeah.
get started. Let's talk about the news.
So, our first story comes to us from Boing Boing.
Oh, what? Actually, I used to read that back in the days when people read websites.
Yeah, it's one of the oldest...
I used to go to Boing Boing all the time. It's like a tech and crazy pop culture nerd stuff, right?
Yeah, it's like a shared blog. It's one of the oldest web pages on the internet. It's over
Oh.
30 years old. So this story comes to us from Boing Boing. Marvin
I
Gaye.
hear that's the oldest website on the internet.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
the oldest website on the internet.
Mhm.
And the horniest.
Earlier, I asked, and you guys didn't answer this. I asked if anybody famous had logged on to that website before.
Logged
Like if
on
they-
or like wrote for?
No, like did George Washington have a beer there? Did something like that happen?
No. You know who was the first person to use it? Jennifer
that?
Aniston from the TV show Friends.
Television.
Television.
Who invented the television?
That would be Thomas Edison.
What's his name?
Invented the TV.
Farnsworth.
Mhm.
No, it
Milo.
was Thomas Edison. And then the guy that invented the TV show, why, that was Mr. Jack Benny. Jack Benny invented the idea of the TV show.
Wow.
Well, they would just like shoot like nature and let it fucking sit there all day. Jack Benny was the guy that was like, hey, what if we went and talked in front of this?
Wow.
Good. That was almost a really good Jake impersonation. You're a regular Rich Little.
Well, my good friend, Mr. Jack Benny.
So, Marvin Gaye is widely known as the Prince of Soul, and his album Let's Get It On has been described as, quote, one of the most sexually charged albums ever recorded. Now,
I mean, I'd say the newest Dracula's record is being
They've never
called
listened to Barry White, apparently.
or the new Dracula's record, which is pretty.
yeah, who's in that
Sure.
band again?
I mean, it's no secret I am.
Barry White, just Barry White. I don't think the backing band's important with Barry White. Is that what we're talking about?
Oh, the Draculas are backing. Were the backing band for Barry White.
No. We
Okay.
we made an album that's been called one of the most sexually charged albums of all time.
Barry White and the Draculas.
Who said that about the Draculas album?
I think it was.
I'm looking on the All Music page and it's not on here.
Why we don't get on that page at all music, because it was this. I think they said it on Boing Boing actually.
I hear that's the oldest website on the internet.
Yeah, and you know who actually said it? It was guest writer Jennifer Aniston. The TV show Friends.
Brian, your connection's
TV.
really, really bad suddenly.
Well, you're welcome.
Now, thanks to a zoo in England, Marvin Gaye might be inspiring some sweet love in the animal kingdom too.
Ooh.
It seems that the Trentham Monkey Forest in Stafford, England, has hired a Marvin Gaye impersonator to sing some sweet soul to the monkeys and hopefully encourage sexy time among the animals.
Why don't they just play the record?
Well, having Marvin Gaye there in person is only going to make it more sexually charged.
This seems very British foolish to me.
Yeah.
British foolish?
Let me guess. Scientists are involved.
No, not this time.
Okay.
A British Marvin Gaye impersonator probably wouldn't sound very much like Marvin Gaye at all.
Well, why not?
It's on.
What about the...
Oh, that's later. That's when he does the simulated sex act.
Right. That's when he started coitus.
Oh man, Brian, we're losing some
Yeah.
Brian.
Did you hear me say startled by
I didn't hear you say it that time either. You need to restart your internet.
Don't tell me what to do.
It's gonna sound cool, like a broken robot.
You're going to tell people Brian's a robot. We've replaced Brian with an AI.
So you have yet to hear me say surprised by monkey coitus.
We got it.
No, I've never. We got it now, but geez, I would have loved to have heard that a long time ago.
Right. All right, hang on. I'll be back in a second.
All right.
Monkey coitus.
It seems that the Trentham Monkey Forest in Stafford, England, has hired a Marvin Gaye impersonator to sing some sweet soul to the monkeys and hopefully encourage sexy time among the animals.
Hey, do you think they were surprised by monkey coitus?
It would have been funny if we could have heard it all. Say it one more time, Brian.
I don't know. Let me see if I can get this out right. Do you think the British people were surprised by monkey coitus?
Woo!
It's weird. You would think that monkeys would probably want to fuck 2 9-inch nails so they could, when the part where it goes, I want to fuck you like an animal, like then be like, they'd be fucking, be like, hey, we are animals. We should fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, fuck.
Well, I don't want to say anything now because I say monkey coitus so many times. I don't know what to say anymore. I mean,
monkey coitus.
Sometimes you come up with a phrase you think's really funny to say, and then you say it 10 times and it stops being funny. And you just kind of feel like a buffoon.
Ooh, buffoon.
And so that would
I think
be
you mean baboon.
ape coitus.
Well, this is just a gimmick by the zoo, right? This is just a zoo gimmick, right? It's not going to work.
It's called a Zimic in the industry.
According to the facility director, quote, we thought it could be a creative way to encourage our females to show a little affection to males that might not have been so lucky in love.
Might not have been so lucky in love.
So apparently, female monkeys, when it's mating season, will mate with all of the males who want to mate with them. And so they don't know who the father of any of the baby monkeys is.
The father of 1,000 bastard monkeys.
That's monkey Freddy Kruger.
Man, that'd be scary because
A monkey pedophile?
Yeah, well, monkeys go for your hands and your jaw and your genitals. But if a monkey did that,
Those chimpanzees.
They all do that. They can rip the tire off a pickup truck.
if a monkey did that and he had one glove, and the glove could be on his feet, made of a Freddy Krueger glove.
We could have
Ooh.
fucking four
Think
of
about
them.
that.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Well, even if it was just one, or because so Freddy Krueger is like half and half, like is one without, one with. I think that the monkey would have a glove with knives and a 1 foot with knives and walk around with it, because one side is scratchy and the other side is just regular monkey shit.
Would he have something on his scale?
Yeah.
Would he be hairless from being thrown into an incinerator?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
gonna scary. A hairless monkey is scary.
Ooh, another Mark spoiler alert. Isn't the fact that Freddy Krueger was thrown into an incinerator a spoiler for Nightmare on Elm Street? And isn't Mark going to start warning the listener that we're ruining movies?
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think we need to do. I think a spoiler alert is a good
Right.
idea. So, and if anyone's never seen a Freddy Krueger movie, you have to turn off the podcast and watch all of them.
Well, this is too
And
late.
then
You already
get
gave
on-
it away.
Well,
Rewind
You can
it so you don't
cut
know it
this
anymore.
part out. You can cut this part out. Yeah, exactly. Rewind it so you don't know anymore.
Uh-huh.
Cut this part out. Put it before that part.
Uh-huh.
But then, when I say win, you can start playing it from this part. But win's not going to work. So, what's a good code words to let Mark know? To
The
come back in?
monkey coitus.
Monkey coitus. Okay. So you need to go watch all the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. They have Freddy Krueger and everything he does, and
Jason.
there's Freddy Krueger versus Jason,
Like a flash.
and you need to watch Freddy's Dead, the Nightmare on Elm Street TV show. That's not very good.
No.
You need to see all those before you start getting into these, let's be honest, killer riffs on what a Freddy Krueger monkey would be like. Okay.
Okay.
Monkey coitus. So now you're back. Now, no. Now the people
Okay.
are back. You've watched every single Nightmare on Elm Street movie.
Uh-huh.
You've seen all the fucking.
How many movies
the
is that?
Show.
There's the first one.
There's the first
Yeah.
one. There's the
That's
second
two.
one.
3.
Third one, The Dream Warriors. Fourth
Right.
one, The Dream.
Is that the 3D one? Which one's the
Machine.
3D one?
That's
There
the.
was a 3D Freddy
Yes,
Krueger.
there was.
We saw it at the flip.
The Dream Syndicate.
Dream Syndicate. Oh,
That's
that's
a
awesome.
It was Dream Syndicate. Were they from
Is it a-
Dallas? Brian's crying.
They're really good.
That's weird that a bunch of people were like, that name is I was just talking when you were off about like trying to come up with a band name.
Dream Syndicate is from LA.
I'm trying to talk about how you need to come up with a band name, and it sucks that Dream Syndicate's taken.
Right.
Because typically syndicates are like, groups of people. At this point, I think when we hear syndicate, you think of a nefarious
Right.
type organization.
Like an
right?
outfit.
Like a mafia syndicate.
Mhm.
Yeah. In this case, it's people that are sleeping.
Right. It's a collection of sleepy people. Right.
It's a bunch of bad guys who's are having REM sleep and having anxiety dreams about forgetting to bring their gun to the big whacking.
Right.
Well, I mean, I feel, you could bring a company down if you're sleeping on the job.
But this is the Dream Syndicate. Hey, maybe you don't pay a little bit in dream protection money, and you dream about you having a little bit of a sex with a woman, and then you squeezing out her big titties, and then all of a sudden you look at her. Guess what? It's your mother. You don't fuck with the Dream Syndicate. Yeah. Oh, Freddy Krueger would be
course.
the leader of the Dream
Of
Syndicate.
course he would.
Full circle. Quickly, we just had a full circle.
So did the Dream Police then go after the Dream
Are they the
Syndicate?
Daydream Police or the Dream Police?
The Dream Police.
I thought they were the Daydream Police.
That's the Daydream Believer.
No, you think of Daydream Believer.
No.
And ho! Daydream Believer is written by the Monkees.
Monkey coitus.
Oh my God. This is too much, guys. This is the butterfly effect.
It's exactly the butterfly effect.
No, just Davy Jones was British.
Well, he made his start as a Marvin Gaye impersonator.
That's true. That's true.
That's unfortunate.
Just a lad from Liverpool
The lad from Liverpool.
with a borderline soprano voice trying to do Barry White
It
voices.
didn't go over well.
Go over
Right.
well. But that's why he, signed up that thing to join a Beatles-esque American rock and roll
Mhm.
act.
Didn't Mike Nesmith die like in the last month?
Yeah, in the last month.
The curse
Rip.
of the Monkees.
So the facility director said that their Barbary macaque population is classified as endangered, so every birth is critical. There's no word yet on how successful the program was, but the director said, quote, birthing season occurs in late spring, early summer each year. So hopefully Marvin's done his magic and we can welcome some new babies.
Let's get it on.
Let's get it on.
I don't know. I'm still a little freaked. Honestly, I can't even get into joking around. I'm still freaked out about the idea of a Freddy Krueger monkey with
That
a
would
kni-
be way more deadly than real Freddy Krueger.
with he's got knives on his glove that fits on his foot.
Yeah.
Like that is some scary shit. And you think at first because you see a monkey walking up, no pants, but like a red and green striped sweater, and you're like, oh, cute. He's got a little fedora, and then you get closer, you see like, oh, this guy's got some real burn trauma
Had
going
mange
on.
on this monkey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh no, that is burns.
Mhm.
1, 2, Monkey Freddy's coming for you. 3, 4, better. Honestly, if you did lock your door, the Monkey Freddy's at a more of a disadvantage than
Yes.
I don't know. Maybe monkeys are better at figuring out locks than
They
I
got
think.
thumbs, man.
Well, breaking through the window, maybe.
They can rip that door off.
But if you lock your door,
Can monkeys open doors?
Yes.
yeah, they can with their hands. But if the monkey,
And their feet.
here's the
They
thing,
can open 4 doors at once.
Freddy Krueger can get through the door because he's got knives on his hand, but it's going to
Okay.
be a little bit more difficult for the monkey to put his foot up there.
But the monkey Freddy Krueger controls the dream. Therefore, they decide how doors work anyway, right? So that
There's going to be a lot more bananas in your nightmare.
Oh,
I was about
yeah.
to say,
Evil
just-
bananas. You'd be like walking around, I'm so hungry, I'm going to open this banana. And then you open it up and it's just full of knives and roaches.
And I'm already not a big fan of
Every
bananas.
time you go to
So-
a restaurant or get
I-
food, it just ends up being a banana.
Yeah.
That's part of the nightmare.
Good Twilight.
You remember in Nightmare on Elm Street 1 when Nancy goes to make a phone call and it's Freddy on the phone and Freddy goes, I'm your boyfriend now, Nancy. And then there's a mouth on the end of the phone and there's a
Right.
tongue and it's like, she goes, ah, she throws it down. Well, if Monkey Freddy, she picks it up and then it's just like, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ah, ooh, ah, ah. And then she looks at the phone and it's a banana. He's got a banana phone.
Wow.
Man, that's rough.
So this next story was submitted by Blake. And I just want to point out, I'm pretty sure Blake has submitted more stories than anyone else has. So shout out to Blake.
Blake is a good person.
Comes from the BBC.
The
Bad
BBC,
Boys
the Bad
Club.
Boys Club.
During a visit to a Russian art museum in December, 2 visitors spotted eyes drawn in ballpoint pen on a Soviet-era work called 3 Figures. The damage was reported to police on December 20th, but police did not investigate as the damage was deemed insignificant.
That sounds like a cop. Like, what the fuck you want me to? Well, what? Wait, where did this happen?
Yeah, Russia.
What you want me to do about this? I can't do Russian, I don't think.
That's not bad. That was very
Just pretend the Russian cop is still
kind of
from New
boring.
York.
Art is for the bourgeoisie. I sell my body on the internet. Want to get a how do you say, sugar daddy, and I will be his sugar baby.
Like the candy?
In many ways, it will be sweet like the candy. Put it in your mouth.
You sound like it's not any accent.
I'm trying to do my my ex landlady.
Was she
Hello, Mike.
Russian?
Maybe, who knows? Her name is Olga. That's a pretty Russian name, right?
Yeah, I think so. It's Eastern European.
Russian or Slavic or, Eastern Bloc?
Hmm.
Do they still call those countries the Eastern Bloc?
I don't know.
Yeah, we're real good at being the international news service, aren't we?
So, the Russian Ministry of Culture later complained in early February, police opened an investigation.
The MOC.
Police quickly determined that the eyes were drawn onto the canvas by a security guard on his very first day at work.
That's awesome.
Man, that's cool.
That's
That is
super
so
cool. That is cool.
God, I love this guy.
Yeah.
The exhibit's
If
curator.
he was high or drunk when he did it, I will buy him as a Russian bride.
Okay, so
And
he's Russian. On his first day of work, he was definitely drunk.
well, I want to know how much
I don't know that that's okay to say.
and how he smuggled it in.
In his liver.
Mm.
You have a lot
Man.
of hatred for the Russian people.
Dang.
I mean,
They have
I
a
understand
history
being
of,
opposed.
loving the bottle a little. That's all.
Well,
They're good
I think
people.
you're
They're
going
warm.
to end up. I hope you
Mm.
don't wake up radioactive. I'll tell you that.
Too late.
Oh yeah, they do that.
Yeah. Come at me, Putin. The exhibit's curator said the security guard's, quote, motives are still unknown, but the administration believes it was some kind of a lapse in sanity. The painting has been sent for restoration, estimated to cost 250,000 rubles or $3,350.
It's not that bad.
No. The security guard has since been fired, and police have opened a criminal investigation. If found guilty, the guard could face a fine and up to 3 months in prison.
Well, I mean, it's his first day. It's called onboarding, and it takes a while to do at a new job.
So how many eyes did you draw on paintings at your new
Well,
job?
I've never worked at a museum. I've never worked at anywhere that cared if I drew eyes on stuff. And
Right.
fortunately, I've always worked at cool places where if there's a figure of a person, there were eyes on it. Okay? Like at Hot Topic, all the fucking Eddies and devil heads, they got eyes on them. There's no need for subterfuge. So I feel for this guy. He had a few. I get it. You're looking at some weird. I saw these paintings. I saw it before, and honestly, I think he made it better.
Well, isn't this just an example of the established art community looking down upon an up and coming artist who transformed
100%.
this work? He made it into something better, something improved. Now you've got these uptight, bougie art folks. And what he's done, I think he's an incredible genius of our era, and he should be extolled for his art greatness. I don't know.
He's a modern day Banksy.
Well, isn't Banksy
Well, I mean,
a modern
I
day
thought
Banksy?
Banksy was
Yeah.
a modern day Banksy.
No, he's old papers. He's yesterday's salami. Nobody cares about Banksy anymore.
Yeah.
Spray paint dork.
Yeah. Does he?
Wake me up, Banksy, when you do something cool like an NFT or drawing eyeballs on some stuff. What's a good?
Yeah. Go find some famous art and put eyeballs on it.
Yeah. Go find a Georgia O'Keeffe and draw eyeballs on all the vaginas and all the vagina flowers. That would really say something. It would say, look before you leap is what it would be saying to me.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes art is just evocative. And I think a flower vagina with eyeballs would evoke something. I don't know. Is this guy alive, though? Like, that's the only thing I'm worried about.
As far as the article in the BBC,
The BBC.
Bad Boys Club.
reports he is still alive, and I don't see any reason why they would kill him for $3,300 worth of damage.
Well, if they find out that we're doing a story about him,
Right.
then and we're saying he's cool, I'm worried this fellow might be in a little bit of danger.
Uh-oh.
We're turning him into an international hero, and this is the kind of thing I think we need to be careful what we say, because there's a profound impact on the international community, especially our community, when we
when we
bring this stuff up.
Obviously.
So.
What other art stories have we done that changed the course of art history?
There was the robot artist.
Elephant artist, right? Didn't we do an elephant artist?
Oh, we did do an elephant artist, and we did a shark? No, an octopus artist.
Yeah.
Yeah, we liked that one, I think.
Yeah.
No, I think that you didn't believe that the octopus was actually creating art.
But I still like the story.
Yeah. Okay. So our next story comes to us from M Live.
M Live Shyamalan.
I mean,
I shouldn't like that so much. It's so stupid.
I mean, it sounds like a gimmick from one of his movies.
Is this another story from Michigan Live?
Yeah, but it's set in Canada.
Are we going back to this well?
It's set in Canada. I just couldn't find a story from a Canadian newspaper that covered it.
Was it about maple syrup or butter?
Not yet.
About a beaver.
Two phenomena that have captured the globe and conspiracy theorists by storm in recent years are mysterious diseases and the letter Q. Strangely, these two things have somehow combined in the Canadian province of New Brunswick. A new, mysterious ailment has struck at least 48 people, and one source says as many as 150 who cannot walk, talk, or write the letter Q. Canadian officials say they've ruled out, quote, environmental causes and human transmission, but they don't have a diagnosis yet. One 33-year-old woman who was infected reported that it began as an electric shock-like pain in her leg, and then her eyesight began failing. She also forgot how to write the letter Q, but a brain scan came back normal. To date, there's no name for the disease. No one knows its cause or how it works. But fortunately for the rest of us, the disease does not appear to have migrated outside of New Brunswick.
So I know you're going to enjoy this, Kevin, but this certainly sounds like an instance of mass hypnosis, correct?
You mean mass hysteria?
No, mass hypnosis. There is a magician at work here.
Mm-hmm.
Like an evil musician.
I bet somewhere in that
Kreskin?
town there's a giant spinning black and white pinwheel.
Well, it's a province.
Well,
that's just one more reason to be upset with Canada.
It's a car that's driving around that with a pinwheel.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Or a couple pinwheels. I don't even know. Well, hold on.
Probably one in the front, too.
Probably, yeah.
Get you coming and going.
Maybe even in the back. I bet there's even one on the roof. So if they drive by somebody that's in a building that's tall enough, they'll look down and they'll see it. And they'll just be like, I must kill the queen. Or whatever that is.
No, nobody's killing the queen. They can't walk, talk, or write the letter Q.
Walk, talk, or write. So are they communicating this by sitting down and writing out words and just omitting the letter Q when that word pops up?
I mean, so they have flare-ups. It'll come and go. But, yeah, it would be like, I have a question for you.
Are some of them walking like ducks and quacking?
No, they can't walk. And they would whack.
But no, they can't. It's not that they can't speak. They just can't write the... But I'm saying, could they write out a sentence that has no letter Q in it?
I think they just omit the letter Q when they're writing things out. Or maybe they get really frustrated. Like there's a letter there, but they can't remember it.
God damn it! This story's killing me.
Yeah.
Can they not like draw a circle with a slash through it, or they just like have forgotten what a Q looks like, and they're
They
like, I
seem
know
to have
there's a letter.
forgotten what a Q looks like.
Yeah, this isn't real.
Well, I don't think. How does this even come up?
I don't know. Like it was the
like,
strangest thing I've read in weeks.
If you had a disease where you couldn't walk or talk, how would it ever come up that like a Q can't be written? There's got to be other words.
Well, I mean, that's the thing is you would be writing out your your responses to things.
The letter Q's in like 4 words.
And I think I know what this is.
With not walking, talking. Unless they're talking about ducks, unless they're talking about female front part of flatulence, unless they're talking about
Michael.
What? I didn't say nothing. I didn't say nothing wrong. It's how it's spelled. I didn't make up that word. I didn't make up what that was. I wish I didn't know what it was. But we're here telling the news, and this is a thing that is happening in New Brunswick. If there's a comedy writer there.
It's Canada. Sure. There's comedy writers everywhere.
I mean, this is probably a bad time for them.
Isn't this most likely that it's a magician, but it's a quantum magician who wants his identity to be forgotten? Isn't that the most likely explanation for the mysterious loss of the letter Q?
Do your people have any spells that can do that?
Not on the legitimate side of the business. We don't dabble in those things, but we know they exist, right? I mean, the quantum realm and the way you marshal the quantum forces really it's boundless. And so skilled quantum magician.
How do you marshal quantum forces, Brian?
You wouldn't understand.
Yeah.
Don't ask questions you couldn't even understand the answer to, Kevin.
It's
weird. You sound foolish right now.
Yeah, you do. You do. It looks like he's dabbling into a bit of let's just call it geometric magic.
I think that's probably fair to say.
So it comes and goes. Like people like I can't walk, I can't move, I can't write sequels to books about Ramona Quimby, age 8. Like, and then they like snap out of it later.
Yeah, it seems to like come and go. And they said around 9 people are estimated to have died while having it, and 6 of them didn't have another cause of death.
Sounds like a really fun suicide pact.
Yeah, you got to keep those alight, I think.
What suicide pact goes, hey, by the way, no more letter Qs.
A fun one. Fun one. We're going to make it a mystery for everybody, guys, before you do it.
Yeah. Yeah, we want to have a thing that's got you thinking like Lost. What does it mean? You can't do Q, but it just like Lost, it means nothing. It just means it's a bunch of teens who want to kill themselves because they're fucking can't get laid.
Mm-hmm.
So our last story comes to...
Solved.
We solved it. Right.
Good job.
It's been a while since we figured one of these out. Thank you, Mr. Perot.
So this last story was also submitted to us by Blake. Thanks again, Blake.
Man, Blake's a good person.
Yeah, I like Blake.
Blake makes my job easier because this way I don't have to pick out stories. Somebody else does it.
Have we sent stickers to Blake?
No, but I'll offer him some. So this comes from The Guardian.
The only person that makes my job easier is my love with my Lord and Savior.
Who is that?
Jesus.
This comes from The Guardian. As you know...
What are they guarding?
Guarding the Cleveland.
Ah.
Yeah, the Gardening Guardian.
Their annual hedgerow issue is fantastic.
If there's a bustle in your hedgerow, I guess you don't know. I never knew what that was, and now I know it's something garden related.
Like a big hedge.
Oh, okay. I still don't like that band, but cool.
As you know, anti-vaccine protests have regularly occurred around the globe, and New Zealand is no exception.
Yeah, as we know. Yeah, I've led most of them over in Austin, Texas.
The New Zealand protest began when a convoy of trucks and cars drove to Parliament from across the country, inspired by protests in Canada. At times, as many as 1,000 people have attended these New Zealand protests, with some camping out on Parliament's lawn. In response, the Parliament has decided to turn on their lawn sprinklers at night, and during the day, they have blasted protesters with Barry Manilow's greatest hits.
Oh.
It's a bad move because I would just be like, I'm going to get wistful. I'm going to put on a thick sweater and listen to this.
They're going to sing, we made it through the rain. It's very apropos for people who are protesting vaccines for an ongoing pandemic.
Yeah, I bet that backfired real bad when they were starting to get down and just thinking we're never gonna beat this thing that wants us to be healthy. This sucks. And then, oh Mandy, you came and you stopped me from shaking. So I bet you away. Oh man, you know the whole thing. You know how it is. Then I bet they all like looked up and one by one started to sing along, and then that revitalized them. That revitalized the cause.
Right.
Well, I do have an update to this at the very end of the story that's that just popped up right before we started recording. But let's see. The Parliament Speaker, Trevor Mallard, told the news...
Quack like a duck? Q?
Oh, shit.
Told you it was a quantum magician.
God damn.
Trevor Mallard told the news, quote, no one who is here legally, and if they're getting wet from below as well as above, they're likely to be a little less comfortable and more likely to go home.
Shit, a lot of times I find it pleasurable when I'm wet from below.
Does that happen when you record INS?
I wish you guys could see how creepy I'm looking into the camera right now.
For the listener, Mike has got his arms crossed across his chest.
Yeah.
He is leaned forward in his chair. His back is rigid and straight. His head is slightly dipped forward, and his smile is not toothy, but very broad and curling at the edges.
Yes.
He's slowly rocking back and forth, and I can only assume he's quietly humming to himself.
I'm the Joker. Wait until they get a load of me.
New Zealand closed its borders for most of the pandemic and reported just 53 virus deaths among its population of 5 million. Oh, and I've got an update from the BBC that dropped just before we started recording. Apparently, New Zealand's parliament has switched musical choices, and they're now blasting protesters with Baby Shark.
Ooh.
That's not that bad.
It's pretty bad.
I mean, well, I don't even dislike Baby Shark, but it is very repetitive.
Yeah.
It's
going to get stuck in your head.
It's cool because it's so good. Why don't the Draculas have a song like Baby Shark? You'd probably make a lot of money if you did that.
We do. It's called Better Off Beaten Off. I told you guys, I'm serious. It's a really sexually charged record. Better off beaten off anyway. Better off beaten off anyway. I get paid a lot to sing it, so I'm not really going to fucking...
Right, no, don't do it for real.
We just sang Mandy.
Don't give it away.
Well, I don't get paid to sing Mandy.
Right.
And I even, a little ways into it, said, like, you guys know.
Isn't this just New Zealand touting their island privilege?
What is island privilege?
Well, bragging about their COVID numbers. Big deal. You're a fucking island.
So is England.
Yeah. Oh,
exactly.
You know another island that didn't have any COVID cases is Jeffrey Epstein's island. So you think that place is cool? You think that place is cool?
Right, is that where you want to go, Kevin?
Is that where you want to go? You think that place is cool? Because I don't think it's cool.
I don't think it's cool.
No, it's not cool.
Well, we all agree on something.
Wait,
Mark is shaking his head.
Shaking his head. No.
Mark's broadcasting from Epstein's island.
Not cool. Ooh. He probably has lots of AV equipment there.
Yeah. Well, you're not wrong.
Just a sad reality of living that
sad reality of perversion in this and audiovisual technology go hand in hand these days, and that's a fact.
So, what song or artist would you play to these protesters to get them to go home?
Him to go home?
Yeah. What would just make him go like, "Oh, fuck this, I got to leave"?
I don't know, something Australian. Don't they hate Australians?
Oh, good choice. Yeah.
I get not. No, that's
I think they're British. Yeah.
I mean, anything by AC/DC, right?
I think you'd stick with that phrase.
Flash. You've seen Mega Flash. Bam, 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 bam. Mega Flash. You know what I would play? It's not Australian, but I would play Closing Time. One last call for alcohol, so give us your whiskey and beer. Closing time. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Because see, the thing about that is, yes, it's beautiful. It's a great song, and I know I did it.
Beautiful, like a songbird joined us.
But you hear that, and you're like, oh yeah, shit, it's time to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Wrap it up. And then a lot of these guys, and most of them are fucking guys, are like halfway home and they're like, oh shit. God damn it. God damn you, Parliament.
Does New Zealand have a parliament?
Yeah, it was mentioned the parliament several times in this story.
No, I'm sorry. I must have missed it.
Yeah, most of the time New Zealand's known for its Council of Elders with Elrond and Gimli.
That's right. You know who's anti-vax for sure? Tom Bombadil.
Oh, for sure. For sure. You know what's funny is there was I sincerely don't like jump into fracases on Twitter anymore because it's just dumb, but this so the newest I'm aware of it and stuff like that, but like the newest fracas was that like, so they're making this literally, I think it's like $1 billion or something they're spending on 5 seasons of a Lord of the Rings Amazon TV show, and it looks real, looks cool, looks like a cool, like it looks very expensive, like it looks like they put a lot of money into it, unlike Wheel of Time, but which, like, whatever, not a different podcast. Anyway, so they put all this money, and then the show is set like 1,000 years before Lord of the Rings. So there's like a couple characters that are there, like the Cate Blanchett character, a couple like elves that live forever or whatever. But it's mostly like all new people that they just made up. So it's just going to be these new stories of like, there's like, it's like Game of Thrones style. There's like 25 different characters, but there's a big contingent of these fucking Lord of the Rings nerds that are mad because not everybody's white, and they feel like, and they're all like, well, I'm not racist, but if you read the lore, you have to know the lore. It describes these people as fair skinned, but now there's like a black elf, and they're just super bummed about a brand new black elf, so they're super bummed about it. So I don't know. A buddy of mine just like got into an argument with one, and they were both kind of making points here and there. And I just typed in the way where like one big letter, one little letter, so it looks like, I just wrote, Tom Bombadil is white. I had no idea that this is full circle, and it's a cross universe thing. It's Mike on Twitter and. Is
that possible?
It's a cross. This is like a crossover.
Mm-hmm.
Just like when Doctor Strange.
Oh, God damn it!
And they had a trailer for Doctor Strange on the Super Bowl.
Wait, Doctor Strange with who?
Well, in the last thing he crossed over with Spider-Man, and this one he is crossing over with Professor X.
Whoa.
I'm sure that'll be great.
Wrap your fucking brain around that. Wrap your pea brain around that. I was so excited when I saw that. I punched myself in the genitals.
Yeah.
And when the pain subsided, I knew I'd started life anew in a world where finally Nightcrawler can hang out with Hawkeye.
So long.
So this episode drops on March 2nd. Does anybody have anything coming up?
March the 2nd.
Yes, Brian. What do you have coming up around March 2nd?
I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about
Come
it.
back
too.
to me. I'm thinking about it. I think something really important is happening on
Yeah,
March
you'll have a
2nd.
good answer when we come back. Mike, what do you got coming up?
On March 13th, Ian and I are doing a show at Will Johnson's front yard, but it's like a big. It's the guy from Centromatic has like these house show things, but it's like you have to. There's tickets and stuff.
Yeah, where is that?
Austin, Texas. I don't
Okay.
know where. Whatever. Find me online, and I'll direct you.
Okay.
But that whole week is South by Southwest, so who knows? Hopefully something cool will happen.
Mark, do you have anything coming up? Mark is shaking his head no. So Brian, you've had some time to review your schedule. Tell us what you have.
I've been thrown for a loop here with some of the internet issues. I apologize, guys. I apologize, dear listener. I'm unable to recount my March 2nd exploits that are definitely planned, and unfortunately you will miss, but they're going to be really great.
The first Thursday of every month, I am doing a show called
Shalazam.
Excelsior.
So the day after this episode drops.
Day after this episode drops, I'm doing a show called Excelsior.
Shalazam.
It's not what it's called, and everyone knows that. And honestly, it's just cruel at this point. You're just
No, it's like Shalazam.
So wait, it's called Magic the Gathering.
It doesn't.
You just
Excelsior
host.
doesn't even mean. You guys are using all these magic words and magic with a K words, and Excelsior doesn't mean any of that. Excelsior is way more word in the. It's
How many
more,
lands do I have to tap to get admission?
I don't even know what that means.
You are hosting a card game, though, right? Like a Magic
Yeah.
the Gathering game. That's what it is. It's a tournament.
No, not on that night. It's a comedy show. People come up and tell jokes. It's hilarious. It's won awards.
What awards is it won?
Best show that hosted by Mike Wiebe award.
Who gave out that award?
Me.
JD Power.
JD Power. Not JD Power, just his associates.
JD
Who
Power's
are,
associate.
like, they're his second in commands, you know?
Yeah.
Troy,
Yeah.
Steve, Rhonda.
Oh, I know Rhonda. She's a listener.
Well, I don't know that. I think that's a different Rhonda. But if Rhonda is working with JD Power, that's fantastic. He's one of my closest friends.
Now you've moved, Mike, from Tuesdays to Thursdays. Is that correct?
We're a monthly show now too. It's the first Thursday of every month.
Awesome.
I think that wraps up another week at the International News Service. Find us across social.
Fucking did it.
Find us across social media at International News Pod. Email us at internationalnewspod@gmail.com. If you want protesters to disperse, then consider blasting them with episodes of INS. Check out the INS merch store at Redbubble and our Patreon. We'll see you next week.
Thank you for listening to the International News Service. Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe to the podcast. INS, the news you need.